in his room. Tell me to come out here. I got a present for him. So I hollered at Jeff, and he come out. Says, "Come outside." We wiped out. He had a pickup, and just the back of the pickup was open, and a little short lead rope tied on the knob there. He said, "You ever ride a pony?" Jeff,
How old was the pony?
oh, he was about 3 or 4 years old. And he says to Jeff, "You ever ride a pony?" "Oh, yeah, I rode him over at the circus, and I rode him here." He says, "Well, here's one that's been rode 2 or 3 times. You ride him, and when you can ride him, you'll be a cowboy." I bet that pony bucked Jeff off 50 times if he bucked him off one. Kathy never could ride him. She'd get on him, and he'd go about 2 laps around the back pasture and rub her off on the fence. But after that, then Jeff rode him, and all you guys come down
Yeah.
and rode him.
Yeah. How old was Jeff when he got him?
Well, honey, honey was first move.
6.
6 when he
Whoa.
first moved down.
Wow. He was young.
Yeah.
So he brought the pony over in a pickup or in a trailer?
No, in the pickup, just in the back of the pickup. He let the tailgate down and tied the rope and yelled, "Get out of there!" Pulled him out of the back end.
Oh my.
Went around the backyard. He held on the rope, and Jeff rode around it 3 or 4 times. He says, "There you go. You got your horse now." And the next Christmas, I bought Jeff a saddle, but he still bucked him off every once in a while. And Tommy gave me a quarter-horse mare that he had. I rode her, and then later on, I met a friend that was a Masonic brother, and he had a used shop that he sold all kinds of used tack and saddles and bridles and everything. And some gal had brought a little pony down, or a horse down there, chestnut horse.
Kyle won. Great.
Huh? Oh, great, super good. Anyway, she brought her horse down there and boarded him for 2 months, and the guy said, I called her up and told him she owed me $150, and said, "I ain't got it, you could keep the horse." So that's what we bought. I paid the $150 and bought the horse.
Which horse?
The little chestnut horse that we rode.
What was it? What was the name?
We named him Mike.
Oh, I remember Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I rode him on 2 or 3 of the county rides.
Yep,
All around.
I
And
remember
Jeff
Mike.
wanted to ride him, so
Uh-huh.
I traded him. I gave him Mike, and I rode Trixie,
Yeah.
the mare. And then that's when we met Edna Bell and her husband,
Yeah.
and she started training Jeff and the horse.
And that's when you got
He done
hurt
real
bar.
good
Yeah.
with the horse till we went to that Scottsdale finals one day, and after about 3 or 4 years, all the kids, there was 140 kids out there to ride, and the judge was a gal, and she picked out 25 of the best and says, "You're in, you're out, you're out, you're out, you're in." And boy, all the rest of us guys got up in hostile. We got together and we called the board of directors, and they fired that gal. She could never judge a horse show in Arizona again. Then after that is when I got Nubbins from Lake and Cattle Company, and then about a year later, why Jeff was still riding Mike. Why after she refused him riding, he come out there crying. She wouldn't even let me ride to see if I could ride. I said, "I know, we'll get you a good horse." That's when I got Herky Bar from that guy.
Duke.
Paid $2,000 for him.
Yeah, that was a good
3
horse.
shows later, the first show, she trained him for a month, and she'd ride him in the morning. I'd pick Jeff up at school and take him over to her house and leave her till 6 o'clock when we got through work.
Yeah.
And he trained. The first show they was in, it was in Scottsdale, and she won 3rd place, and Jeff won 5th place. The first very show, they kept training him. She said he was 8 years old when we got him, and all he had done was work on a ranch ever since they rode him, and they started working on him when he was 5. She says he's hard. You have to do it 3 or 4 times before he'll get with it after a little while. About 3 or 4 years, boy, Jeff was in 5 classes, and he'd come home a lot of times with all 5
Yep.
classes in first place. Everybody. The third show, fourth show we was in Charleston there, and there was a big a judge with a big horse trainer and everything. He said, "I'll give you $5,000 for your horse." So Jeff says, "No, my horse ain't for sale." He says, "You better talk to your dad. He's my horse." Because I had him registered in Jeff's name in the Court Horse Association. So the guy came over and says, "I want to buy your horse. I'll give you $5,000 for it." I said, "It's his horse. What do you say?" He said, "No." "Are you sure? I'd like to own that horse."
Yeah,